those 10 final participants so that I can note down and I can quickly move my one after the
that's very important. Now the timekeeper, the scorer, and the quiz master. Everybody, please write down Ayush Jha.
Ayush, and then Rishal Pandey,
Vishal,
Nisha,
Samira. Samira.
Yes, ma'am.
Mohammad Kamran.
I think Mohammad Ehtisham was there before Kamran. After Samira, Ehtisham.
Yes, Mohammad Ehtisham. Yes, correct. Mohammad Ehtisham. Then Mohammad Kamran, Nitin Kumar.
Yes, ma'am.
Sadiq Arman.
Yes, ma'am.
And then we have Sunny Singh.
Yes, ma'am.
And then we have Lalit Kumar. Okay, Yasir?
Right. I've noted down the names, so I think I'm going to be addressing Ayush first. I would also request all other participants to mute themselves, and only once I'm addressing them should they unmute themselves so that we don't have any background noise and that doesn't disturb the game at the moment. I think we have to be respectful of everybody who is playing. Right, Ayush, could you please identify yourself and come up on the screen just so that I can greet you? And please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Right. So Ayush, how are you feeling? You have qualified among the 10 finalists. I hope you are.
I am extremely elated and delighted to be one of the finalists here. It is a great opportunity.
Great.
Part of the quiz.
So Ayush, I'm going to ask you the question regarding Indian history, and then I'll move on to the next participant. And you have 15 seconds to answer this question. So my question is, when East India Company came into existence, England was ruled by which dynasty? Your options are Normans, Hanoverians, Stuarts, or none of these? Your time has started. You have 15 seconds to answer this question, then I'll move on to the next participant.
If you don't know the answer, just say pass.
Pass.
Right. Move to Rishal now. Rishal, can you come up, please?
My request to the host is kindly let all 10 students be on the screen. Mr. Farooq, let all 10 students be on the screen. We are going to save time in this way. Otherwise, then it will take much more time. Let all the participants be on the screen. Let them show their video and unmute themselves. Okay, now second question is for Rishal.
So Rishal, if you are there, I'm asking the second question to you. And this is again from Indian history. My question is that in Bengal, the headquarters of East India Company were located at, and your options are Fort St. David. Your option B is Fort William. Option C at Fort St. George, or option D, Fort St.
So I was removed from the meeting just now. So could you please repeat the question? I was removed from the meeting by the host just now.
Well, this is not something that will be followed. So the questions would be repeated just once after this. So please be attentive, all the participants. In Bengal, the headquarters of East India Company were located at Fort St. David, B, Fort William, Fort St. George, or none of these.
So it's Fort William.
You've answered
Excuse
Fort
me,
William.
sir?
Fort William is the correct answer. Fort William is the correct answer, Rishal. Next, we move to Nisha. Nisha, are you there?
Yeah, so you just say the questions. If Nisha is not there, then Nisha will lose the marks because all the participants are supposed to be there on the screen.
I guess so. Yes, ma'am. I think that's a good way to move forward because we really can't be dragged down by the participants. So Nisha, whether you are there or not, I'm going to be asking this question to you. My question is, Goa was captured by Portuguese in which year? Option A, 1479. Option B, 1575. Option C, in the year 1510. And option D, the year 1600. Your time has started. Nisha, if you are there, please try to answer that in the next 15 seconds. Anyways, I think I'll move on to the next question to Samira. Samira, I'm going to be asking this question to you.
Sir. Yes.
The first Governor General of Bengal was, your options are option A, Robert Clive, William Bentinck, Lord Wellesley, or Warren Hastings. Robert Clive, William Bentinck, Wellesley, and Warren Hastings.
Robert Klein.
You've answered Robert Clive, and Robert Clive, I'm afraid, is not the correct answer. It was Warren Hastings who was the first Governor General of Bengal. Anyways, no worries, Samira. We move on to the next participant, Ehtisham. Ehtisham, my question to you is, if you're listening about Indian history, that sati, which was declared illegal, was punishable by which of the following Governor Generals? Lord William Bentinck, option B, Lord Ripon, option C, Lord Canning, or option D, Lord Dalhousie. Your time has started.
When the child is answering, please switch on your video and then let us see you answering the question.
Well, I think I'll move on to the next participant in that case, which is, I think, Kumar, is it?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I was not able to enter in the meeting with my original ID.
I am really sorry, dear, about that. You can't. We'll take your questions if you put it on the chat. At this moment, we are just continuing with the.
If there is any issue, there are two means to communicate with us. One is in the chat here on the screen, and number two is your WhatsApp group. So please don't take time in coordinating with us. We have limited time, and we have to ask 40 questions.
Okay, so the next participant I'll be moving with, who's I think Kamran. Is Kamran around?
Yes, sir.
Right. So your question is, who founded the Ferguson College at Pune in 1885? The Ferguson College in Pune, very famous college, was founded.
Hello, sir.
By whom? A, Deccan Educational Society.
Sir, I can't hear you clearly because of they are creating many noise, sir. Please.
I'll repeat the options. The Deccan Educational Society, the Bharatiya Sevak Samaj, Samaj Seva Sangh, or the Theosophical Society. Which of these were founded the Ferguson College in 1885? Your time starts now.
May I request the participant to switch on their video and join us here on the screen? We want to see you answering the question.
Right, I'll move on to the next participant. I think Kamran has not been able to answer this question. Anyways, the correct answer
I am
was...
able to answer the question, but many of other I'm creating so much noise. Sir, please can you repeat the question?
No, we couldn't hear you, Kamran. I'm sorry, your time is up for the moment. I'll move on to the next participant. There will be a lot of questions in the next round. You will be able to answer it. So please be careful. You have not even switched on your camera. switch on your camera so that we can see you. And only,
Sir, my
and only
camera
when
is
we ask you
switched off by
questions
who, sir?
should you answer.
Okay, no problem. Yasir, you can give chance to Kamran.
Right.
This is my humble
We'll move
request.
to the we'll move to the next participant, who is Nitin. Nitin, be very careful. Your next question is coming up now. Okay, and your question is: first English newspaper of India was option A, the Bengal Gazette; option B, the Calcutta Gazette; option C, the Bengal Journal; and option D, the Bombay Herald. Are you sure about Bengal Gazette?
Yes, sir. The Bengal
That's
Gazette.
the right answer, Nitin. That's the right answer. Congratulations. We'll move on to the next participant, Sadiq. Sadiq, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so my question to you is, who wrote the book Babu Vibha? And your options are Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Pandit Rambai, Ishwar Chand Vidyasagar, or Rabindranath Tagore.
I will go with A, sir.
You would go with A, which is Raja Ram Mohan Roy,
Yes.
you said. Well, I think you might be wrong here, because Ishwar Chand Vidyasagar was the guy who wrote Babu Vibha. Anyways, better luck in the next round. Sunny Singh. Sunny Singh, the question to you is, who first translated Bhagavad Gita into English? Option A, William Jones; option B, Charles Wilkins; option C, Alexander Cunningham; and option D, John Marshall.
William Jones.
William Jones, you said, but I guess Charles Wilkins is the correct answer here. So we'll have to deduct marks for that, and we'll move on to the next participant, who is Lalit. Lalit, I'll ask this question to you.
Yes, sir.
First census of India was conducted at the time of, options are Lord Mayo, option B, Lord Lytton, Lord Auckland, or Sir John Napier. Lord Mayo, Lord Lytton, Lord Auckland, or Sir John Napier, sorry.
Lord Mayo. My answer is Lord Mayo.
Sorry, I couldn't get, can you repeat your answer, please?
Option A, Lord Mayo.
You answered Lord Mayo, which is the correct answer. Well done, Lalit. With this, we finish up with the first round of Indian history. We have 3 more rounds to go: art and culture, and then there will be a visual round, and then we have Indian literature and current affairs. So after this, can we quickly ask all the participants again? And can I ask all the participants to just once again hear their order of calling, so that they are there exactly at the time when I call them? So I would be calling Ayush, and then Rishal, and then Nisha, Samira, and then Ihtisham. After this, Kumar, Nitin, Sadiq, Kamran, Nitin, Sadiq, Sunny, and Lalit. Right. So if you're all there, we would move on to the next question, which next round of questions, which is regarding Indian art and culture. Good. Right. So Ayush, my first question to you regarding the Indian art and culture is, in which of the following festivals are boat races a special feature? Rangoli Bihu, Onam, Pongal, or Navratri?
Onam. Onam.
Oh, did you say Onam? Onam is the correct answer. Yeah, Onam is the correct answer. Congratulations. Next, Rishal. Rishal, my question to you is, the paintings in Ajanta and Ellora caves are indicative of the development of art under the following dynasty. You have to name the dynasty. A, Pallavas; B, Chalukyas; C, Pandyas; or D, Rashtrakutas.
So it's Chalukyas.
Chalukyas. Chalukyas is the correct answer. Well done. I think the students are getting the hang of it, ma'am. We move further to Nisha. Nisha, are you there?
Yasir, actually, history is always very difficult. So first round was the most difficult round. Now it's this art and culture and other.
Oh, of course. Yeah. No, I understand. Even I was a bundle of nerves when I was asking questions to pronounce the names correctly and the dates correctly. No, history has never been my good asset. Anyways, so Nisha, my question to you is, and I think this one you might find very closer to home. Madhubani, a style of folk painting, is popular in which of the following states in India? Option A, Uttar Pradesh, B, Rajasthan, C, Madhya Pradesh, D, Bihar. Nisha?
Mr. Farooq, is Nisha there?
No, I think we'll move further to Samira.
No, ma'am. There is a network problem.
Okay, Samira, my question to you is, which of the following places is
Anyways,
famous
the answer you just at least let them know because they mostly
right,
belong to.
of course, certainly. That's my bad. Yeah, the option, the correct answer there is Madhya Pradesh. Sorry, Bihar. Bihar is the correct answer for Madhubani style of folk painting. Anyways, we move on to the next question, which is addressed to Samira. Samira, my question to you is, which of the following places is famous for chikankari work, which is a traditional form of embroidery, I think you must be knowing. So your options are Hyderabad, Jaipur, Lucknow, or Mysore.
Lucknow.
Lucknow, you said, and Lucknow is the correct answer. Well, yes, congratulations, Samira. Should I move to Ehtisham? Ehtisham,
Yes, sir.
my question to
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir.
Tansen, you must have heard the name, who was a great musician in the time of which ruler? So you have
Akbar,
to name
sir.
Akbar, you have answered before the question came about, and it's a correct answer. So next to Ehtisham, we have Kamran, if I'm pronouncing
Yes,
his
sir.
name right. Kamran, are you?
Yes, sir. I am hearing you.
Perfect. So my question to you, Kamran, is Rabindranath Tagore's Jana Gana Man has been adopted as India's national anthem. Now,
Yes,
you have to answer how many stanzas of the said song were adopted. How many stanzas were adopted?
Yes, sir.
So my options are the third and the fourth stanza.
Yes, sir.
Whole song. The second and the first stanza, or only the first stanza?
So I want to go with only the first stanza.
Only the first stanza. I'm absolutely bewildered by the intelligence of you guys. You know, that's a correct answer. That's absolutely correct answer. Well
Sir,
done.
but I'm not satisfied by my first question because I'm not able to hear it clearly.
Well, let bygones be bygones. I think our scorer is here, so I think ma'am is also taking care of this thing. So again, if you have anything to say, please put that in the chat box and let us continue with the game. Right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now my next question is addressed to Nitin. Nitin, are you
Yes,
there?
sir. Yes,
Well,
sir.
okay. Now my question to you, Nitin, is, and listen to it carefully, Pungi is a dance form which is related to a state in India. You have to answer that state. A, Punjab, Sikkim, Himachal Pradesh, or Jammu and Kashmir.
Himachal Pradesh, sir.
Himachal Pradesh is the correct answer, Nitin. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Good. Sadiq?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My question to you is, Kumbh Mela, you must have heard about it.
Yes.
You have to tell me, Kumbh Mela is held after how many years? Every 12 years, 10 years, 5 years, or 3 years?
I will go with 3 years, sir.
You would go with 3 years? Well, that's correct. 3 is the correct answer.
Thank you, sir.
Great. Sunny, can I have you up now?
Yes, sir.
Right. Your question is, the main headquarters of Sahitya Academy, which is a very famous literary body in India, is located at which of the following locations? A. New Delhi, B. Mumbai, C. Kolkata, or D. Chennai?
New Delhi.
New Delhi, you said, and New Delhi is the correct answer. Great. And now comes Lalit, the final participant in this round. Lalit?
Yes, sir.
My question to you, Lalit, is the court language of Akbar was A. Urdu, B. Arabic, C. Persian, or D. Hindi?
My answer is C, Persian.
Persian is the correct answer, Lalit. Well done. I think all the participants have performed very well in this round. And again, ma'am.
Now let's call Mariam for the score. Mariam, will you please announce the score by the end of these 2 rounds? Then we'll move further to the visual round.
Yes.
So here are the scores for the first 2 rounds. Ayush Jha is currently at 5 points. Rishal Pandey is at 10 points. Nisha Kumari is at 0. Samira Sufyan is at 5. Mohammad Ehtasham 5. Mohammad Kamran 5. Nitin Kumar 10. Sadeh Parman 5. Sunny Singh 5. And Lalit Kumar 10.
Congratulations. And now let's move towards the visual round. And visual round is equally simple and very easy. I can see these students are so bright and intelligent. They have answered you, Yasir, so nice and confidently.
Absolutely.
So for them, this round is going to be very, very simple. And we'll show them some places, and then we'll show them some personalities, and they have to just identify. They have to name the place, and then in the first round and in the second round, they have to identify the personality's name. They have to just say. So here we go. So first picture is for the first participant. Yasir, will you please help me to just announce the name of the first participant?
First participant is Ayush. Ayush, can you please come up and answer the question that ma'am has asked? Ma'am is going to be asking in the visual round. I think they are all hearing, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to answer this. You have to identify this. Ayush.
Victoria Memorial.
Correct answer, Victoria Memorial, 5 marks.
Wonderful. Now is the time, chance of Rishal. Rishal, ma'am is going to be showing, ma'am is showing, yes, this monument, or rather this building.
This is Hawa Mahal.
I'm sorry, this is not Hawa Mahal. So you will not get any points for this.
Nisha, can we have you, Nisha? Nisha, identify this building.
Nisha, I think she's not present.
I think she's absent at the moment. Samira, you are next.
Samira, what is this? Which building is
Gol Gumbad. Gol Gumbad. Golghar.
अच्छा कहाँ है गोलघर?
पटना में.
हाँ वो तो आपको मालूम ही होगा. Congratulations.
Great, Samira, that was an easy one for you. Anyways, we have Ehtisham. Ehtisham, this one. Identify this building or the monument.
So Gateway of India.
Sorry, this is not Gateway of India.
Charminar.
पर आपका चांस तो खत्म हो गया ना?
Ehtisham, you have answered it incorrect. Anyways,
I'm MD Faizan Alam, sir.
Next we have
answer कर रहा है.
Kamran. Kamran?
Yes, sir.
Right.
This is for Kamran.
Hawa Mahal, sir. This is Hawa Mahal.
Yes, correct answer.
Correct. Can we have Nitin now? Nitin.
Yeah.
Nitin, identify this monument.
Yes, sir.
Which building is this? You have to identify the building.
Well, we couldn't hear you, Nitin.
I think Nitin is not able to find out because 15 seconds time is over. So now we'll move. Who's the next?
Sadiq.
Yes, Sadiq. Can you identify this?
Ajanta Ellora, ma'am.
Yes, correct answer. You will get 5 marks for this.
Brilliant.
Now who's the next?
Brilliant. Now we have Sunny.
Sunny, this is for you.
Somnath Temple.
Somnath?
Temple.
No, I'm sorry. This is not Somnath temple.
Well, we move to the next one, who is Lalit. Lalit?
Yes, sir.
Lalit,
Tell us what you see.
It's
can you identify this?
Humayun tomb.
Humayun's tomb is the correct answer.
Absolutely correct. I think
Lalit is the last participant. Now we'll move to the personality round.
now we would move to the personality round, indeed. So yes, once again, Ayush, can you
M.
identify the personality?
Vishweshwarya. M. Vishweshwarya.
Yes, correct answer. 5 marks for this.
Brilliant. Rishal,
Yes.
who's this personality that you see on the screen?
So this is Tulsidas.
Yes, correct answer. You'll get 5 marks for this.
Nisha, this question is for you. Who do you see on the screen? And I guess Nisha is absent again. Let's move on to the next. Samira. Samira, who do you see on the screen? Who's this personality? A very famous personality. Samira, your time is running out.
Samira, are you there?
Next, we move to Ehtisham now. I think Samira was unable to answer the question. Ehtisham, identify this personality, Ehtisham. Nope.
Are you there, Ehtisham?
No, we'll have to move further because the buzzer, the time buzzer has gone. Next is Kamran.
Yes, sir.
Right. Identify this personality, Kamran, on the screen.
Sir, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan.
Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan was not even born when he died. Anyways, he's Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. So we move on to next, who is Nitin. Nitin.
Sukhdev. Yes, sir.
Nitin, I think, has answered. Ma'am, is that the correct answer?
Nitin, what did you say?
Sukhdev.
I'm sorry, he's not Sukhdev.
He's not Sukhdev.
Rajguru. Ma'am, Rajguru.
I think your chance was up, Nitin, so you have to be very careful. We'll move to Sadiq now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We have to be a little brutal with this. I'm sorry, because we just give 15 seconds and one chance to answer the question. Sadiq, who do you see?
I don't know, sir. Don't know.
Sadiq doesn't know the answer. No problem, ma'am.
He is Roy.
Right. Sunny Singh.
Sarojini Naidu.
No, my dear.
No, dear, she's not Sarojini Naidu. Ma'am, can you tell him who she is?
Aruna Asif Ali. She's the freedom fighter, Aruna Asif Ali.
Aruna Asif Ali, a very famous freedom fighter. And then we have the final participant of this round, Lalit.
Yes, sir.
This is for you. Who do you see?
Vijay Lakshmi Pandit.
Yes, you are right.
Brilliant. That's I'm impressed. That's a brilliant answer. Yeah. Good.
So yes, we come to the end of a visual round. Now, Mariam, will you please announce the scores?
Yes.
Mariam, yeah, can you please announce the scores? In the meantime, we can be ready for the next round, which would be related to Indian literature.
Okay. So here are the results so far. Ayush Jha is at 15. Rishal Pandey is at 15. Nisha Kumari 0. Samira Sufyan 10. Mohammad Ehtisham 5. Mohammad Kamran 10. Nitin Kumar 10. Sadiq Arman 10. Sunny Singh 5. And Lalit Kumar 20. So currently leading the race at first position currently is Lalit Kumar, and after him are Ayush Jha and Rishal Pandey. So this is the current status.
Very good. Well, let's see if their fortune holds true till the end of this round and the one that's after. So, tables can turn in this round. Anyways, so can I have Ayush here, whom I'm going to be asking the first question. Again, the sequence of questions would remain the same for the participants as it has been in the previous rounds. So, and this would be regarding the Indian literature this round. So my first question to Ayush, if he's listening, is this. You have to answer me that in what language were the sacred poems and hymns of the Indus River Valley civilization were written in? Option A, calligraphy. Option B, in the cuneiform. Option C, in the hieroglyphics. Or option D, in Sanskrit.
Repeat the option, please.
Option A, calligraphy. Option B, cuneiform. Option C, hieroglyphics. And option D, Sanskrit.
Sanskrit.
You said Sanskrit, which is the correct answer. Brilliant. Move on to Rishal. Rishal, my question to you regarding Indian literature is that one of the major cultural contributions of the Gupta dynasty was that it made one language, the language of Indian literature. Now that language was, you have to answer the language. Option A, Sanskrit. Option B, Pali. Option C, Prakrit. Or option D, none of these.
Prakrit.
I'm afraid Prakrit is not the correct answer. It's Sanskrit. It was Sanskrit which was the main language of the Indian literature during the Gupta period. Let's move on to Nisha. Nisha, is she there?
No, Nisha is not there, I think.
No, so we'll skip Nisha and we'll move to Samira. Samira, my question is coming for you. Okay. The term that refers to one's duties and obligations in Hinduism is, and you have to name the term. Option A, Brahman. Option B, Dharma. Option C, Karma. Or option D, reincarnation.
Dharma.
You answered Dharma, which is absolutely correct. Well done, Nisha. Let's move to Ehtisham now. Ehtisham. My question is for you, and it is regarding Indian literature. Could you just give me a moment? I think there has been a little bit of a mishap here. We'll get back to you in a moment. Right. My question to you is about the Vedas. What are they? Okay. What are the Vedas? Your options are, it is the Hindu equivalent of the 10 Commandments, or option B, the oral traditions and prayers that became a part of Hinduism, or option C, they are a story which explains the importance of Dharma, or option D, the Vedas are holy rivers in India where Hindus are cremated.
So can you repeat first and second option?
The Hindu equivalent of 10 Commandments, or option B, oral traditions and hymns of prayers.
I think it's the second option.
Option B is the correct answer. You are right. Wonderful. Let's move on to the next participant, who is Kamran. Kamran?
Yes, sir.
Right. Kamran, my question to you is, I think, ma'am, I apologize. There has been a bit of a mishap here because the questions are not in the exact serial order as I was expecting them to be.
Okay, no problem at all.
I'll just take a minute to rearrange this and come back to my next participants. In the meantime, I think they can relax and.
After this, we have only one round left, and then finally we are going to select top 3 who are going to be awarded with the cash awards and mementos and trophies. And let me just inform the participants that I received certain calls saying that whatever you have done on the quizzes. So there is a probability that people will find the answers from someone else and then they will reply. So my dear friends, young participants, my dear students, when we do anything in life, first thing is that we have to practice honesty. If you don't have the honesty, then there is no use of having any education. There is no use of having any sort of competitions. There is no use of even organizing any type of activities. Honesty is the best policy. I don't think that any child is going to be dishonest or any child is going to cheat just for the sake of getting a few rupees. This is beyond my imagination. I cannot think about my young participants like this. So those who are thinking on this line are wrong. They should always understand, why Europeans and Americans are ahead than us, because they practice honesty. For them,
exactly,
whatever they do,
that is exactly my thought, that it's because we are a part of this, so as to motivate others and ourselves to be more honest, and it's not just about earning the prizes. So I'll continue with the questions, and I think Kamran, was
Yes,
it?
sir.
I think you had done it, so it's now the chance of Nitin. Nitin, are
Sir,
you there?
I am done. How?
No,
Okay, so
actually,
I think yeah, I'm sorry. It was Kamran who was. So Kamran, my question to you is, Mir Taqi Mir was a very famous Indian poet. In which language is his major contribution to poetry written in? Options are option A, Persian, options B, Kannada, option C, Urdu, or option D, Bengali.
Sir, Urdu.
Urdu is the correct answer. Let's move to Nitin now. Nitin.
Yes, sir.
Nitin, my question to you regarding the Indian literature is, uh, who wrote the book? And the title of the book is The Ministry of Utmost Happiness. Option A, Amitav Ghosh. Option B, Arundhati Roy. Option C, V.C. Palli. Or option D, Amitabh Mukhopadhyay.
Arundhati Roy, sir.
Arundhati Roy is the correct answer. Can we move on to Sadiq? Sadiq?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you are there.
Yes, sir.
My question to you is that Pali and Prakrit were the two languages which were used by the common Indians. Which of these following languages was reserved for the learned classes? A, rudimentary Sanskrit. B, cuneiform. C, the hieroglyphics. Or D, the developing Tamil.
I will go with Sanskrit, sir.
Sanskrit is the correct answer. Sunny Singh, can we have you there? Sunny Singh? I think
Yes, sir.
Right. Sunny Singh, my question to you regarding Indian literature is that Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan has written extensively on which of the following? Option A is Bharatnatyam. Option B is Vedas. Option C is the Mahabharat. And option D is Ramayana.
Bharatnatyam.
No, that's not the correct answer. The correct answer is Vedas. He has extensively written on the authority of Vedas. Could we move to Lalit, who is the final participant in this quiz?
Yes, sir.
My question to you is that Padmavat, which was a very famous tale about an Indian danceu, was written under the reign of which ruler? Option A, Ibrahim Lodi. Option B, Behram Lodi. Option C, Ibrahim Khilji. And option D, under the reign of Aurangzeb.
Ibrahim Lodi.
No, the option is the correct option here is Khilji. It was written under the reign of.
But you did not say Khilji that.
Sorry.
In option, you did not say that.
It was a third option. I'm sorry if you didn't pick up. It was option A was Ibrahim Lodi, Behram Lodi, Khilji, and then D was Akbar.
Sir, it was not full, so I was.
I think that is because due to some of the problems we have in the network at your end. But I did pronounce the name. If did the scorekeepers and the timekeepers heard me correct? Anyways.
Yes.
We still have another round to go after this. So this was the fourth round, and we have another round which would deal with the current affairs. So the current affairs would be coming up.
So Yasir bhai, I can just request you to be a little louder, maybe.
Oh, of course,
some
sure.
Participants are facing some problems.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'll try to be louder now. So we have the questions that are coming up for current affairs. If everybody is ready. Right. So I'll ask my first question to Ayush.
Yasir, just tell Mariam to announce the score so that this is the last round and this is going to be the deciding factor. So the participants will be more careful while answering the questions. Mariam,
Okay.
Please let us know the scores.
Yes, ma'am. So as of now, Ayush Jha is at 20, Rishal Pandey 15, Nisha Kumari 0, Samira Sufyan 15, Mohammad Ehtasham 10, Mohammad Kamran 15, Nitin Kumar 15, Sadiq Arman 15, Sunny Singh 5, and Lalit Kumar 20.
Right. So those are the scores. We'll move on to the final round, and I'll request all the participants now to pull up their socks and be ready, be attentive, and be very, very alert. Okay. Ayush, my first question coming for you is in the round for the current affairs. That it very recently, which city announced that it will subsidize travel in public transport for women commuters? Your options are Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Punjab, or Delhi.
Delhi.
Ayush, sorry, we have another option in this round, which was Bihar. So Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan, or Delhi. Sorry, Ayush, I couldn't hear you. Could you please repeat that again?
Delhi.
I think he's trying to say Delhi.
Yeah, yes, sir. Delhi.
Ayush, you write in the chat if it is possible, quickly.
I think he's trying to say Delhi. The answer that I have been given here says Bihar, so I think that's the incorrect answer. We'll move on to the second question to Rishal. Rishal, I'm going to be asking you about the present Lok Sabha. Which is this present Lok Sabha? Is it the 13th Lok Sabha, the 14th Lok Sabha, the 15th Lok Sabha, or the 16th Lok Sabha?
सर चैट में बिहार बोला गलत हो गया उसका.
Yes sir.
अरे अब दूसरे क्वेश्चन पे आ गए हम लोग ना. अब दूसरा क्वेश्चन निशाल आप जवाब दीजिए, पहला भूल जाइए.
So could you repeat the options?
The 13th Lok Sabha, which is the present Lok Sabha, the 14th or the 15th, or is it the 16th Lok Sabha?
So it's actually 17th, sir, but the option is not there.
If that is not there, and if it is indeed 17th, you get a point for that. Those are the answers that I have been presented with.
So I'd go with 16th, previous one, but it's 17th.
Right. We'll move on to the next question.
So do I get points for that?
Okay, just wait. We'll get back to you. Yasir, you move on. We'll get back to his question. You move on to the another participant.
Yes. So we'll tell you about that, and you can put it up in the chat. Okay, Rishal. We move to Nisha. I think Nisha is absent, so we'll move to Samira. Samira, my question to you is about Professor Amartya Sen, who is very famous and has also received a Nobel Prize. But he belongs to which field? He comes from which field? Is it the field of biochemistry, the field of electronics, the field of economics, or in geology?
Sir, please repeat the question.
Amartya Sen is famous in which field? Biochemistry, electronics, economics, or geology? Let's move on to Samira. You couldn't answer that in time, so we move on to Ihtisham.
Okay, Yasir, now just a minute. The previous
Sir,
question
please
is...
answer. Sir, please
Samira,
answer.
please,
Welfare economics.
Samira, please keep quiet. Your time is up. Yasir, we have to give the marks to the previous question, 17th Lok Sabha. He's right.
Right. So, Rishal, you get the points for that because that was an error from the side of us. So, let's move on to Ihtisham. Ihtisham, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Right. So my question to you is, the state has launched, the state that I'll be asking in the, putting up in the options, has launched an exclusive 24/7 helpline 181 for women. Which is this state? Is it Uttar Pradesh, Telangana, Assam, or Jharkhand?
Sir, repeat the question.
You should be very careful while listening to the question. I won't be repeating that again. The state has launched a 24/7 helpline 181 for women. Which is this state? Is it Uttar Pradesh, Telangana, Assam, or Jharkhand?
Sir, it's
Your time is running out. Quick.
so it's Telangana.
Telangana is the correct answer. Yes. Let's move on to Nitin. Sorry, it's Kamran that we have to. Kamran,
Yes, sir.
my question to you would be, the first country which was affected by coronavirus was USA, Italy, China, or Spain?
Sir, it's China.
China is the correct answer indeed. After Kamran, we have Nitin. And my question to Nitin is,
yes, sir,
that you have to answer that which is a country which has not been so far affected by coronavirus. Is it India, Japan, North Korea, or England?
again, sir, question.
No, question is very clear, my dear. Please be very attentive.
I think we have repeated the question.
North Korea, sir. North Korea.
North Korea, you said for a question which was not affected by it. So no, the correct answer here is Japan. Japan has been resilient to infections of coronavirus. Anyways, we move on to the next, who is Sadiq.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sadiq, the question is, which bank has launched a new fixed deposit scheme called FD Health? FD Health is the name of the scheme. Your options are SBI, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, or Axis Bank.
I will go with SBI, sir.
With
SBI.
SBI, you said, but the correct answer here is ICICI Bank.
Okay.
So I would move to Sunny Singh, who...
Yes, sir.
Sunny Singh, my question to you is, who has been appointed as the Secretary of Department of School Education and Literacy? And my options are KM Chandrasekhar, Amit Khare, Rajiv Gauba, or NR Pillai.
Amit Khare.
Amit Khare is the correct answer. Well done. Final, it's Lalit.
Yes, sir.
Lalit, my question to you, Lalit, is that Alexa, which was developed by Amazon, was developed in which of the following year? 2013, 2014, 2015, or 2016?
2016.
It was 2015 actually that it was developed in. So with that, I think we are at the end of our current affairs round. So I think quite a few of you have done very well. And despite the questions being hard and a little off the mark, you did perform very well. So congratulations to everyone. And we would ask our now the timekeeper, the scorekeeper, to announce the results, but I think it will be ma'am who will be addressing you first. So yes, ma'am. So far, good.
Okay, so now Mariam, let's see that if it is clear-cut result, like we are getting top three, first, second, and third, then there is no issue. Otherwise, we have to ask a few questions just to decide that who is number one and who is number two and who is number three. Yes, Mariam.
So I think it's a little too soon to be very happy because we have a very strong tie. We have 4 participants at 20 marks.
4 participants at 20 marks?
Yes. So at the first place right now, we will need to have a tiebreaker for the first and second and third position. For all 3 positions, we will need tiebreaker questions. I'll just announce the names. Ayush Jha is at 20, Rishal Pandey is at 20, Mohammad Kamran is at 20, and Lalit Kumar is at 20.
That is quite a tie in every sense of the term. I mean, this is unlike anything that I have seen. So well done, all the participants, and of course, one of you has to come through. So we will be asking some tie-breaking questions. But yes, congratulations.
So Yasir, among these 4 participants, are you there? Are you listening to us?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now we'll do one thing. We are going to give you one more round of question, because this verbal question, sometimes you are not able to listen. Sometimes there is some other problem. So we are going to give you some quiz again, and within for 10 seconds each question you have to answer. Okay, and it is going to be written only among these 4 so that we can finalize that who is on top. Let the machine decide. Okay, that who is on the top. So now all four of you, please just be very attentive. I'm going to give you the code. Quickly, you have to do this. Just 10 seconds for each question you will get. Yasir, please ensure that all 4 are there. Just take their attendance.
Yes. Can the scorekeeper please repeat the names of these 4
so
who
yeah,
have
I'll just announce
qualified?
the names once again. It's Ayush
Yes,
Jha, Rishal Pandey, Mohammad Kamran, and Lalit Kumar. So only these 4 have to write this quiz now. Ayush Jha, Rishal Pandey, Mohammad Kamran, and Lalit Kumar.
So can I ask Ayush, Rishal, Kamran, and Lalit to listen to the directions that ma'am is giving? You will have to go to this app. You will be given a set of questions there. You have to, within the time that you will be given, answer those questions, and that will be your tiebreaker. So that's the direction there. I think ma'am will be giving a code, if I'm not wrong. You have to punch in that code.
10
Once you punch in that code,
just 10 seconds for each question. Once I'll start, Yasir, you please just ask the timekeeper to mind the time. 10 seconds for each question, and there are 12 questions.
Okay, okay.
10 seconds would be given for each questions, and then there would be a set of questions. The code here is on the screen, 931848. Ayush, Rishal, Kamran, and Lalit. You punch in this code, and then
Kamran, Ayush has joined. Now where are Lalit and?
Yes, ma'am.
Lalit and Rishal are missing right now.
Rishal, could you please join in as soon as possible? We can start the quiz.
Yes,
yeah,
Rishal. Why Sadia has joined? Sadia, please go back. Sadia, please go back.
Also join, ma'am. She is also.
Well, I think we will just take into consideration the 4 participants.
Yes, yes, that's a good answer. Yes, this is a solution that we'll just consider these 4. Timekeeper, please mind the time.
Yes, ma'am.
Watch the time.
Well, we can see the scores rising up fast. Ayush has answered, I think, a couple of questions there, and the others are following suit. So quite exciting to see this tiebreaker coming up. Quite a few others have also joined, but I think it does no harm to them. If they don't gain anything out of it, that's a different matter. Interesting.
Time up?
Yes, ma'am.
Is time up?
Yes, ma'am.
Time is over.
Okay, so now
Time
we'll
is
end
over
the
for the
game
question
here.
that was given to you. And ma'am is going to end the game and quickly see who among you has topped the quiz. Aha, we already have the results.
Yes.
I think we don't have
Isn't
to
it?
filter now.
So congratulations, Ayush Jha. Ayush Jha is on the top. And then we have Lalit Kumar. And then we have Rishal Pandey. Congratulations.
Ayush, Lalit, and Rishal, you have come out as the top scorers. Ma'am, which among them has scored the top in the tiebreaker, if you could tell? So who has come as the topper in this quiz, if we can call him so?
Ayush Jha.
Ayush Jha, I
Lalit
think he has,
Kumar,
yeah.
and then Rishal Pandey. And I think fourth was Kamran, isn't it, Mariam?
Yes, ma'am. Fourth was Kamran. So these 4 toppers are here, toppers.
So we'll do one thing. We'll give Kamran some consolation award because he has also done a great job because he was in the tiebreaker, and this is just by 2 minutes we are deciding their fate. So I think Kamran should also be considered for the consolation awards.
No,
but
ma'am,
anyway,
I think that'll be justice in its most cutthroat form to at least give a consolation to Kamran, because it'll be just a matter of luck that he didn't get through with the final round. But yes, the winner takes it all. So Ayush, Rishal, and Lalit, they are the winners of today's quiz competition. Well done.
सर ये क्यूज ऑटोमेटिकली एंड हो गया सर, विनर कैसे डिसाइड हो गया?
नहीं, जितना किया है ना, जितने टाइम तक आपको टाइम दिया गया था ना, 10 सेकंड्स दिया गया था आपको ईच क्वेश्चन के लिए, आपने उतने टाइम में किया नहीं ना, 2 मिनट में हमने उसको एंड किया।
We have done in just 10 seconds. We are not missing time so much.
No, we have given you 2 minutes time to complete the whole quiz, but you have not completed within that time.
You are right.
We were the timekeepers. We were looking at the time. Once the time was over, we ended the quiz show, and until then, as many as questions you had put in, we took a score of those questions. There's always this whenever there's quiz show like this, especially in an online quiz, there's a bit of luck that counts everywhere in life, and this is no different a place. So you have to rely on the fact that it was a bit of luck. Of course, your hard work has proven a great deal, but certainly you can't do in life without a bit of luck.
So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Yasir. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you, Mariam Fatima. And thank you, DPMI. And now over to DPMI. With this, we come to the end of today's quiz. And we have tried our level best to be the just and to be transparent, because from the organizer side, there is nothing, no hidden agenda. Whatever was there, it was on the screen in front of everyone. We have conducted this quiz. Out of 250 students, we have selected 20. Then we have brought to 10. And then those 10, there was some technical issues. Because of that, some students, they could not join us. So that is their hard luck, I must say, because in the technology, these type of shortcomings are there. But anyways, we tried our level best to be very transparent. And thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. And then happy Independence Day to each one of you. Take care and bye-bye. Thank you, Yasir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Excuse me. Hello, sir.
Yasir, now may I request you to kindly switch off your video and audio?
Hello, ma'am.
चले गए क्या बोले